potential. That's unfortunate. Yes, yes. All right. So, Senator Laird, would you like to take up SB577? So, and much to the amazement of many of us, including me, we are nearing the end of our agenda. So, if committee members would like to present themselves, that would be good. All right. Senator Laird, the floor is yours. SB 577.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. And I want to begin by thanking the committee staff, the stakeholders, in particular the chair and Senator Allen, for working with me and my staff and everyone else to come to the agreement on what we will amend into this bill. I will be incorporating some of Senate Bill 832, which was Senator Allen's bill, into Senate Bill 577, as well as adding additional provisions as presented in the committee analysis. While the analysis lays out the direction of the amendments, they will actually be taken in the next committee. The adoption of AB 218 Gonzalez in 2019 has brought forward heartbreaking cases of mistreatment of young Californians while in the care of public agencies, and it provided a path for justice. Unfortunately, some issues also arise from this, one major issue being the financial ability of public agencies to respond. Last year, a study of this issue was authorized and conducted by the Fiscal Crisis and Management Assistance Team, known as FICMAC, and as chair of Budget Subcommittee 1 on Education, I had a hearing on this issue a few weeks ago. As a result, I introduced Senate Bill 577 to provide avenues for local agencies to respond while ensuring that survivors maintain meaningful and accessible pathways to justice. This has been a difficult task because on one hand, there's a matter of long-delayed justice. On the other, there's a struggle for public agencies to pay for the settlements of cases that in some cases were long ago. The direction of the amendments is outlined on page 15 of the analysis, but basically it deals with different financial options in responding to the cases, providing a higher standard for new cases from long ago situations, and giving judges the chance to structure the settlements, among other provisions. Together with Senator Allen's bill on juvenile record access and Senator Umberg's bill on ethics and advertisements, these bills provide a framework for action. And as I said in the Budget Subcommittee hearing regarding that FICMAC report, there does not exist additional billions of state dollars to put to this purpose, nor is it right to invalidate the state law that is underlying here. So I'm committed to continuing the conversation and finding reasonable strategies that do not expose the state to billions of dollars in liability and ensure that the meritorious claims have a path. This bill provides a balance. Because I haven't taken the amendments yet, I have an unorthodox two witnesses, because without the amendments, people can't take their formal positions. And so I have two witnesses that don't have official positions, but have been very much involved as stakeholders and could speak on the high level of the process. And it's Nancy Peverini from the Consumer Attorneys of California and Paul Yoder from Shaw, Yoder, and Ansel.
So just to, before Ms. Peverini testifies, let me make sure that we are clear as to the amendments. As I understand it, Senator Laird, that you've taken the amendments that are suggested in the committee analysis.
Yes.
In this committee.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. No,
But there's some I'm still taking because I thought there was a deadline that we had missed. Are we taking every single amendment in this committee?
yes.
Then I'm taking them.
You're taking them. Okay. So this is.
Well, no, they're outlined in the
Right.
analysis.
Okay. I may in a second read them all. It'll take a while for avoidance of doubt, but I think that. And
I really think you
commend
want the hearing to end today.
Let me commend you, Senator Laird, and you, Senator Allen. This is a very, very, very difficult issue, and it's a clash of various values. The value of making sure that those who have been abused, traumatized, are compensated, and the value of making sure that public institutions that provide critical support, education, all sorts of public services, also are not placed in a place where they can't provide those services. And you, Senator Allen, and you, Senator Laird, have both worked extremely hard, extremely passionately, and pragmatically to come to this compromise that I've described as folks are sullen but not mutinous. So I thank both of you. Senator Allen may want to add to that. In any event,
They want to be mutinous.
Okay, well, just before we get there, in any event, I wanted to be clear with everyone here that's the state of play right now.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. All right, Ms. Peverini.
Thank you. Good evening, Nancy Peverini on behalf of the Consumer Attorneys of California. And really like to thank the author and the chair and Senator Allen and the partners that we've been talking to in this. This has been a difficult but thorough discussion as we try and balance the needs and the legal rights of children who have been abused through sexual assault and look at those needs, those important needs, but also to balance it with the impact on public entities and their budgets. So just would like to thank the senators and for the people that we've been talking to about these important issues. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, members, Paul Euler, on behalf of our firm, Scheider, Antwi, Schmelzer, and Lang, especially after the amendments are taken, the bill will contain several ideas put forth by our clients. Very grateful to Senator Laird, Senator Allen, you, committee staff. Our firm never, ever loses sight of the fact that there are victims. Our firm also, with the extensive local government representation and the representation of statewide JPAs that provide insurance to local government entities and school entities, also never loses sight of the fiscal pressures that exist right now. And so I wholeheartedly endorse moving this bill forward. It's one of the ultimate works in progress, I think, that I've ever been involved with. And we need more time to figure out if there can be more solutions inserted into it. So thank you.
All righty, thank you. Others who are in support of SB577.
Andy Liebenbaum, County of Los Angeles. We do not have an official position. I will align our comments with those, particularly of Shaw, Yoder, and Schmelzer, and Lang. But we do appreciate very much the heavy lift. Senator Allen has been an amazing voice in this space. We appreciate your work, and we appreciate your work too, Senator Laird. So thank you.
All righty. Others?
Chris Kahn, representing the Victim Policy Institute. We appreciate all the work that has gone into this. We obviously will take a look at the bill when it gets amended. We did a concerns letter we shared with the committee and the author, and we just want to ensure that that victims are at the forefront of this, and that we also, as we're looking at reforms, we're looking at ways to stop predators and those who cover up for them going forward into the future. And we just, as the sponsor of AB 218, we hope that we can have a seat at the table as we talk forward in this going forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So for avoidance of doubt, for those of you who are, the analysis outlines in fairly specific detail as to what this compromise looks like. So again, you should all, to the extent you have an interest in this matter, take a look at the analysis. All right. Continuing. Other witnesses.
Yes, Rebecca Marcus on behalf of Manley, Stewart, and Finaldi Law Firm align a lot of our comments with the Victims Institute. And just wanted to thank the senator, the author, as well as the chair on all of your work trying to balance the solvency of our public entities as well as protecting the rights of our child victims. We do have some concerns with some of the provisions of strongly opposed to some of the provisions of SB 832 and some that are outlined in the analysis. And we submitted a letter outlining those and just really look forward to conversations in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Others who wish to testify on SB 577. Anyone else wishing to testify on SB 577?
Yes. Hi, my name is Malakaya. I am a victim. I do appreciate you guys looking into this situation, and I hope that going forward, any decisions that are made on this bill is also made around the victims, not just me, but others.
All righty. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to testify? Now's your opportunity. We're gonna close down testimony in a second. So if you're interested in testifying, you should approach the microphone. All right.
Thank you. Wanted to give those with the in-between position an opportunity to comment before sharing our opposition. Faith Borges, on behalf of the California Association of Joint Powers Authorities, respectfully opposed to Senate Bill 577 as proposed to be amended. We sincerely appreciate the author's statement that this bill is aimed at prioritizing justice for victims while also ensuring the fiscal solvency of public agencies. And we believe it is possible to advance survivor support and child safety without jeopardizing the financial future of our schools and local governments. As noted in page 10 on the analysis, it is JPAs or risk pools, not insurance, which represent most public agencies affected by the payment of these claims. And we have not been included in the development of proposed language, which largely restates best practices with limited changes to the law. That we welcome that opportunity and appreciate the time provided by the staff earlier this week to discuss our concerns with the proposed amendments bulleted in the analysis. Primarily, SB 577 does not address the unchecked diversion of billions in taxpayer dollars into litigation, where the issue is public dollars diverted not to the victim, but to the attorneys who collect 40 to 60% of the settlement awards. Since the enactment of AB 218, public employers have faced significant challenges in responding to decades-old allegations, including difficulties locating records, identifying individuals involved, or accessing reliable documentation. These limitations are not the result of negligence, but rather the natural consequence of the passage of time. These limitations remain unaddressed by this bill. The current focus on prolonged payment strategies for settlements funded by public dollars will likely drive settlement values higher, further jeopardizing limited and essential public funding. Higher settlements with prolonged periods of publicly financed debt would further deteriorate coverage that is already scarce and expensive, even for those without claims. We urge the legislature to adopt a broader and more inclusive approach, one that both strengthens protections for children, provides fair and reasonable victim compensation, and ensures the financial sustainability of essential public services on which our communities rely. Until that time, we're respectfully opposed.
All right. Anyone else wishing to testify?
Bit of a tweener, Mr. Chair. Chris Reef on behalf of the California School Board Association. Just want to extend our sincere gratitude to both Senator Laird and to Senator Allen as reflect on the record. CSBA was supportive of SB 832. We very much believe wholeheartedly and do want to make whole, or maybe not whole, but provide the opportunity for redress and for support for victims, but also have to balance that with the reality of where our school districts are in terms of funding and serving the current students that are there. So I want to echo the comments that have been made previously that this is a work in progress, at least in terms of how CSBA is looking at it. We would very much welcome opportunities to continue the conversation and just want to really emphasize the fiscal challenges that school districts and county office of education are in as a result of these claims. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. As you probably noticed, I've deviated from the normal committee procedure for this bill because of its complexity and the various different sides and angles. So I see just one more witness, and after this last witness, we're going to shut down testimony and bring it back to committee. So if you're wanting to testify, now's your time to get in line. All righty, thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and members. Dorothy Johnson with the Association of California School Administrators. I will echo the comments of my colleague from the School Board Association, and definitely eager to read this language because, as we know, the drafting of this bill will be critical to ensuring that the solutions actually meet their intended goal. And we're also concerned that these proposed solutions at its current level will only really benefit a handful of districts when we have over 1,000 statewide. Thank you.
Thank you. And I commend the analysis to all of you interested in reading the language. So, all right, bring it back to committee for questions, comments by committee members. Is there a motion? Senator Pierson Weber, or Weber Pierson, moves the bill. All right. Senator.
Thank you. Let me just thank everybody that testified, and the testimony illustrates exactly the situation that we are in. On all sides, and I think that the difficult thing is for public agencies. I think many of them will not be satisfied until we figure out a way, or would figure out a way, to appropriate a lot of money. And I just don't think, with what's going on federally in the budget, that's going to happen. So it is really going to be this framework that is the way to address this issue. And I have had meetings and conversations, and I would not tie them to people that testified, where people basically said, geez, it doesn't do enough. And it's like, what do you want? Well, we don't know. We can't tell you. And that is the challenge. And so when the chair commends the analysis and the language, I think people need to read it, because we are dealing with a framework where we have to get this passed. It has to be constitutional, and it has to actually address some of these issues. And those are really difficult bars. And I think we have met the test with what we have here. Yes, we'll continue to work, but it's really going to take specific things other than we want more money if there's going to be any adjustments going forward. And once again, I appreciate all the effort, because you can tell from the testimony, from the statement of the chair, there has been a lot of work that brought us just to this minute. So with that, I respectfully request an aye vote.
All righty. Committee Assistant Porter, there's been a motion. If you would call the roll, please.
This is file item 37, SB577. The motion is do pass as amended to Senate Appropriations. Umberg?
Aye.
Umberg, aye. Niello?
Aye.
Niello, aye. Allen? Allen, aye. Arreguín? Ashby? Caballero? Durazo? Laird?
Aye.
Laird, aye. Stern? Stern, aye. Valladares? Wahab? Weber Pierson? Weber Pierson, aye. Wiener. 6-0.
I see Senator Hurtado's here, so we're going to go back. 1 second. Senator Hurtado. All right. File item number 13.